Is the Toyota Tacoma bumper inherently crooked? Well, good afternoon everybody and welcome back to the channel. So is the Toyota Tacoma bumper inherently uneven? Is it crooked? Well, we're going to take a look today. I had a question on the channel from a subscriber asking me, is my Toyota Tacoma bumper crooked? Is it even? You know, from side to side, or is it skewed at all? Now I will say on the Tundra, it was uneven. On the other Tacoma, my 2018, it was uneven. So we're going to take a look. I haven't looked at the 2020 yet. We have a tape measure up here. So we're going to take a look and see if the bumper back here is uneven. Now, first of all, we'll just take a look at it by eye. I mean, and I'm looking over here at this area, I guess, to see the gapping and all that stuff. Does it look straight going across the back? What's the gapping like on this side? You know, does everything just look right? And I gotta say, from appearances, I don't notice anything that looks hugely off or anything. I mean, standing here looking at it, looks pretty good to me. It looks like it could be a bit lower over here on this side. We're gonna take a look at that. So, first of all, we're gonna do the little pinky test, I guess, over here. We're gonna see the gapping between the lights here and the top of the bumper, just here in the corner. So I'm going to take my finger, we're going to stick it in there, and you can see it goes in rather easily. It does stop before my knuckle there, but it does fit. So let's check the other side. Again, not a very scientific test, but I am using the same finger. Now here you can see I can stick my whole finger in there. I mean, it's not a problem, it doesn't stop. So obviously it is a little bit lower on this side. Now, is it hugely lower? No, I wouldn't say. Maybe as much as, you can see the gap down there, maybe a little bit. So whatever that gap is, I don't know, hard to tell, maybe a little less than a quarter inch, I would say. So next, I'm going to look at the gapping here on the sides. Again, I'm just going to use my finger. And you can see, fits right in there, and I'm just right at the top of below the little curve here. Fits right in, no big deal. It is snug, but it's not tight. I'm not putting a lot of effort into it, right? Just kind of sticking it in there. Let's go over and check the other side. Again, right here at the edge, at this little curve. Wow. You can see it is different. I'm not even touching doing that. I'm not jamming my finger in. I'm just pushing it in. I don't even touch there. So you can see there is definitely some gapping in there. I can move my finger around back and forth. So obviously it's not straight there either. Now I'm curious, let's do a little measurement here, a couple of measurements just to see. We're going to measure the gap again, just a little down from the edge there. You can see there's our measurement, just a little bit shy of 1 inch. We'll call it 3/16. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3/16 or so shy. Now let's go over here and check this side. Doing the same thing. A little harder to see, but it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/16, something like that, or just shy of a ½ an inch. So obviously it is different. Now, what about the height from here up on both sides? Because that's something that you might be able to pick up with the naked eye if it were way off. So we're going to check the driver's side first, and we'll just take a look at the measurement here. You can get the tape measure around there. It is at a little bit of an angle with the bottom of the tape measure up against the bed, so that's how we're going to gauge both sides. Just a little shy of 2.5 inches, it looks like, or maybe almost dead on 2.5 inches. Let's go over here and check this side. And that is pretty darn close, actually. You see that? We're about 2.5 inches there. Let's make sure I did it the same way on that little nub that's under there. There we go, yeah. Same method on that little nub right here. Right about 2.5 inches too. So, the alignment from end to end looks pretty darn good. I'm curious, if I sit a level on there, is the back bumper level? Let's grab a level. We'll check and see. And that's, of course, assuming that, you know, my floor is level. Gotta squeeze back here to grab the level. There we go. Run this back up here, or around here to the back. Okay, let's see what we get. Just setting it on the nubs, and of course the nubs could be different. You know, everything's got its own tolerance, right? But there you go, and you can see it's obviously not level, but it should be not level the same on both sides, right? So we're all the way over to the left with the bubble there. Again, I know this isn't exactly scientific. And look at that. Wow. That's a heck of a difference. Now, again, we're judging based on my floor and the lift it's sitting on, I know, but even so, you know, we'd be off. It's pegged at least that far, and that's probably pushing half an inch that we'd be off, that it doesn't sit level. Let's check it up here and see. Now, there you go. The top of the tailgate itself is level, and we're sitting on the same surface, so I'm thinking we're probably pretty level here, and indeed the bumper does slope from side to side, so it is not level. One more thing I want to check about the bottom of the tailgate here. Yeah, there you go. The bubble's in the middle, maybe a hair off if you want to split hairs, but it's pretty level too. Let's check it right down here. Again, we'll put it on the, put it on the nubs. And that's level as well. So, what does that mean? Well, I guess it means that either the bumper slopes or just one part of the bumper is simply lower than the other. And it's not really a sloping function, if you will. So, one more thing I wanted to check while we're out here. I'm curious as to how the Tacoma compares to the Jeep Gladiator here. So let's run around to the back. I'm going to whip out the tape measure again, just to kind of see. I'm measuring up to this little area here. That gives me about 3/4 of an inch, just a little shy. Yeah, it's about 3/4 of an inch. If we go over here to the other side, same thing. It's pretty close, although it is off a little bit here, maybe an 1/8 inch, something like that. So the Jeep, of course, is not even either, nor did I expect it to be. I think it's just a inherent thing with bumpers. I don't know that I've ever had any truck that the bumper itself was actually lined up perfectly. So there you have it. There's a look at the rear bumper on the Tacoma. Leave a comment down below if you've ever looked at this or noticed, or if yours is further off. I'd be curious to know. I think mine is fine. I can't see it with the naked eye. I'm splitting hairs in my little finger test and checking it with a tape measure as well. So no issues on mine. I'd be curious to know if you have any issues on yours. Let me know. Also, if you haven't before and you're interested, little shameless plug, check out my other channel. It is RobMotion Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So is the